caffeine. Late night adventures on the gridiron, and we all know anything can happen when you kick off after dark. Glad to have you with us from Gerald J. Ford Stadium in Dallas, home to the SMU Mustangs. As we'll see, the winners of 4 straight, the North Carolina Tar Heels, taking on one of the participants from last year's playoff, the SMU Mustangs. 3A Sports College Football, I'm Reese Davis, here with David Pollock and Jesse Palmer. Guys, let's get this thing rolling. The Tar Heels move, kick your way to start. And the ball will make it into the end zone. No return on that one for a touchback. The give to the tailback. Forges ahead, picks up about 3 to the 29. This conference has a history of getting wacky, and the last thing you need to do is get off to a slow start in ACC play.
And what does everybody talk about every year, right? Like conference games, how much they matter, the familiarity with everybody around you. You can only start this one time, so let's bring that energy, bring that momentum. Who wants to start the season off?
Well, the ACC is a conference that feels like
Breaks into the open. An explosive play to the running game as he's gotten the first down.
Defensively, you'll take the slow down. You'll take 3, 4, 5 yards a pop, but you can't give up the massive plays. You got to do a better job containing the football, making them run to guys, and getting them on the ground, for goodness sakes. This guy is fast, I know, but defensively, we got to swarm to the football and get on the ground.
Looking to throw on first down. Lays the grab. And that's a very productive first down play and bringing up 2nd and 3.
Really good offenses are able to attack short. You got to be able to attack the whole field to make you honor that underneath part and then intermediate part, and then you take shots down the field. This will loosen up some shots for later in the game.
And the Mustangs with myriad options after that big pickup on first down. Wants to go up top. It's complete to the left. They make the stop at the 33, but 10 yards on that play and a first down.
Well, it's a nice play design there. You're getting the running back involved in the pass game. Quarterback gives it to him early so he can go to work upfield and get the first down.
The Mustangs are on the move. From the gun, the running back looking for room.
And I kind of like how the running back didn't mess around. Like, just get downhill when you see an opening. A lot of times they close so fast, man. Be decisive, stick your foot in the ground, pick up 3 to 4, and we are not going to the play.
Got 3 on first down and 2nd and 7. From the gun, the running back has it. And maybe he'll get back to the line of scrimmage, but no more than that.
That's a really good stop by the defense, Jason. They need a few more. You've given up a bunch of yards on this drive and a bunch of plays, but all that matters is keeping them off the score.
Yeah, it's that bend, don't break mentality you're seeing right now, and this is the point where this defense has just got to lock in.
Coming to the line of scrimmage at the 30. It would be a long field goal, but they'd love to pick up a few here on 3rd and long. The offense changing the play. 3rd and long, and he'll try to throw for it. He's got it. Will not get close. Tackled at the 28-yard line, and it's 4th down. Here comes the field goal unit. And he's got to find the right combination of distance and accuracy from the right hash and 45 yards out. And that is no good. After the miss, no change in the score.
And sometimes I just feel like 4th down, man, just go for it every time. Like, the field goal miss, make, rate, and listen, kickers have improved the last couple of years, but we left some points off the scoreboard there.
He wastes no time and comes out throwing. Got a man, it's Taylor.
Early in the game as a DB, I'm settling in. It's okay if I give up 4, 6, 7 yards. I'm just trying to get settled in, gauge the speed, and then later on, I can adjust the speed again.
Now the play fake. Fires to the big fella. Shoved out of bounds after a big gain. They'll mark it at the plus 42. They knew they could slip that tight end behind the backers with that play-action fake.
Well, it's because I can't win, Reese. I have to play the run. You know, all these RPOs, all these different things, it makes me come up and use my eyes and play run. And these tight ends are so valuable to find space behind. Knew where he was going with the football the whole time because the big fella, he's always open.
And the Tar Heels in a good spot here with second and short. To the ground with the back. He's brought down, but it'll be enough for a first down.
You got to have short area quickness. That running back there doing what it takes to make sure he got that first down.
The Tar Heels have it with a 1st and 10. They'll try the run. And he was fortunate not to lose yardage on that play, able to wedge it back to the line of scrimmage.
I love when defensive backs come up and they are physical and they stick their face in the fan and they aren't scared. Talking to the defensive coordinator coming into this game, he knew his DBs had to tackle well. They had to get those running backs on the ground. Great start on this first drive.
And the pass is incomplete. Charged loose by the hit.
And this defense, we know, they present a lot of challenges. You can see it right there, man. They shrink windows fast. They're a top 25 defense for a reason. You really better make sure you're dialed in today, or else they can make you pay in a hurry.
Will not get close. Tackled at the 28-yard line. It's 4th down. And if the kicker can put one through, this will be a successful drive. This one will be a 45-yard attempt, and he'll kick it from the left side. And that one took everything he had to sneak it over the crossbar inside the left upright. And that'll put the first points of the game on the board. It's 3-0. They'll kick it away after putting up a field goal on that last drive. And there will be no return on this one as the ball bounds into the end zone. The SMU offense is heading back onto the field. They're going to need to get something started, finding themselves in a 3-0 hole. They'll run the screen, and this one will be stopped for no gain.
Well, they're trying to set up the screen pass to the running back. Just nowhere to go after he caught the football. The defense completely swarmed around him. That's a loss.
Plenty of distance between him and the sticks here on 2nd down. Back to pass. Got his man on the outside. Works his way out to the 36-yard line before being pushed out of bounds.
One of the things you love about this running back is not only can he run between the tackles, but he's also a weapon in this offense catching the football.
Wants to go up top on 1st down. Throws for the tight end. And the defense forced that incompletion with the deflection.
And this defense picking up right where it left off. Last week put a great game together. Really shut down an opponent. Now you can tell, man, they're going to make you earn everything you get. And this offense is going to have to find a way to find some holes because we haven't seen in the last couple of weeks.
This time it's complete. Nice pitch and catch there, and they'll have enough for the 1st down.
And tight ends aren't just line up and block passing. These guys are athletes. You line them up all over the field. And nowadays, you can start to feature them more and more in the passing game.
The give to the back.
And that would be the definition of 1st down success. Putting yourself in a good position. It's 2nd and inches. I can do whatever I want next. I can take a shot down the field. I can run the football and get a new set of downs. Like, nice 1st down execution.
They'll go to the air on 2nd and short. Tagged out of the air. Guided out of bounds at the 22. Good play for this offense as they are threatening to score.
just so dynamic because they've got playmakers at all the skill positions, right? We just saw a big play in the running game. Now we see one in the passing game. There's not one dude that you can key on here if you're on defense to try and slow them down.
Guys, we've reached the end of the period and North Carolina's on top. And we've reached the end of one. Before we move on, let's take a look at our stats so far. Now to see if these guys can get back in the game as we open the second quarter. So they'll go back to work after changing into the field. Coming out on first down with the play fake. Quick strike complete. And he gets it down to the 4-yard line before he's finally stopped. A terrific run after the catch.
Well, it wasn't a great start for this quarterback, but on this drive, he seems to be turning the corner. He just looks like he's playing in a different rhythm. He's seeing the field better. It's almost as if the game is starting to slow down for him. I think on that last completion, it's a good example of it.
And he gets it back to the 4-yard line. No farther than that. No gain on the play.
And you got to get locked in the red zone. A lot of defense coordinators will tell you, we'll give up yards, but we've got to understand what we're trying to get accomplished. Great job down here near the goal line. This defense bowing their neck up and getting a big stop.
They'll go to work in the air on second down. And that's going to be incomplete. A lot of contact on the play, but no flags. It'll be third down. Trying to pick up a first down. He wants to change this route. Third and goal, and they'll try to pass it in. And he was hit just as he was releasing the pass, and it falls to the ground incomplete.
And on money down defensively, you got to find ways to affect the quarterback. Nice job by the defense, getting the pressure, getting to him, getting a hit on him, and forcing the incompletion, and now forcing the fourth down.
And for the second time tonight, they'll try out the field goal kicker. From the left hash, this one shouldn't be too much trouble. Smashes in between the uprights. And with the field goal, we're tied here in the second quarter. Let's go to the studio now and check in with Kevin Connors. Kevin, what do you got?
We've been talking about this Big 12 showdown all week, guys. Let's show you how things played out. Baylor sparkled today in a dominant road win. In fact, by the fourth quarter, it almost felt like this game was being played in Waco. That's how much they took the crowd out of it. Fun one in the Big 12, and they generally are, as the teams there continue to jockey for bowl position.
And Kevin Connors keeping an eye on everything all over the country. Oh, and intercepted.
No doubt, when you're playing cover two, you got two safeties deep in it, going down for the whole field, right? I got half the field, you got half the field. So they do a great job. You have to see, you have good vision on the quarter. You got to make sure you're breaking up the football. Out of the strong safety, spinning down, doing a good job seeing the ball going to get it.
Off play action on first down. Finds his big tight end. Really confident throw and catch there. Big pickup, and they have a first down.
And that's why play action is going to be big in this game. You saw how it just frees the second level of that defense just for a second and allowed the tight end to work himself vertically down the field. But how about this guy after the catch, right?
Turn it on! And he'll take it to the house. He got loose. Touchdown, SMU!
This guy just has a nose for the end zone. You love his ability to find creases, use his speed in the open field, and go score. He's been really good for his offense early this year. That already his fifth rushing touchdown on the season.
Kickoff unit on the field, and this defense will be called on to protect this lead. And it'll be a touchback. The ball will come out to the 25-yard line. The North Carolina offense returns to the field. They'll
and they built a deficit, and they've been sluggish, and they just need something to get going, to get started, because they kind of looked out of sorts and out of rhythm this whole game.
And the Tar Heels have put themselves in dire straits after that last play at 2nd and a mile. Looking to fire. Unloads it left. And it'll be incomplete. This defense is physical and pass deep.
This defense has a lot of speed, especially in the secondary. You saw that speed. That defender got to that receiver so quick because of the hit, complete pass.
It'll be 3rd and long. Looking to throw, and he needs a bunch. And they'll miss the connection here on 3rd down.
3rd and long situations are really hard to convert. The defense knows it's going to be passed. The pass rushers are getting upfield. You're under pressure. You don't have timing. And as a result now, 4th down.
He's got it. They'll put a stop to that return at about the 37-yard line. Mustangs have the ball back and ready to go to work. Everybody talks about getting off to a great start, but if you start building steam, David, that can work too.
No doubt, man, and sometimes it snowballs. But what do great teams do? Great teams respond. Struggle the first quarter, Palmer. They've done a great job rebounding and putting some points on the board.
You're right. I think we've started to identify the matchups that are in their favor. On this drive, they need to keep attacking, taking advantage of those matchups.
Here they come, 1st and 10 from the 48. Looking for a physical attack from the guy.
That's a really good job by the defense. Wrapping them up, getting them on the ground, take away that run game, make them one-dimensional, put them in passing situations. Really good job by the defense.
After picking up a couple at 2nd and 8. Off the play fake. It's complete to the right. Open space at the 25. A huge jump play as he gets it all the way out to the 11.
As a defense, how scary is it having to defend this guy? He's one of the fastest players in America, and you saw it on that last play. It's not necessarily throwing him the ball over your head. They just get it to him quickly. The hard part now is running and tackling that guy. Not easy to do.
They'll run it out of the shotgun. He's brought down at the 7-yard line, and they are threatening to take it in. It'll be 2nd down, and remember, they can pick up a first without scoring. Second down, he'll throw it. Crisp execution in the passing game. They've got it down to the 3.
Well, the defense playing zone coverage, they're taking away all the QB's primary options down the field, so he has to check it down to the drag running underneath.
Really need to pick up this conversion and avoid having to settle for the field goal. Quarterback may change this route. He'll throw on 3rd down. Let's it go to the end zone. Touchdown, Mustangs. Fired in from the red zone for the score.
And it's so underrated, the relationship between a QB and a wide receiver, the timing, the ability to know where he's going to be and be accurate with football, that's what leads to nice touchdowns, Jesse.
Well, the chemistry between these two guys has to be great because coverage is going to be tight. The throw might not be perfect, but this is something these two guys have been repping in practice over and over and over, and it's paying dividends now in the game.
North Carolina has it back, and the Tar Heels so pleased to send the offense back out. They've been pretty much stifled on offense so far, David, only able to muster 3 points in their previous 3 drives.
Hey, you got to find a way to open this up and create some explosive plays. Right? The passing game is obviously the easiest way. Just put more speed on the field, find those guys down the field.
You know they're frustrated too because they felt like there were some matchups they could take advantage of. Get just haven't been able to connect on those opportunities. But I like David's idea. He can move some guys around and see if he can create some better one-on-one matchups.
Really good job to pick up a chunk of yardage and get it out to the 39-yard line. Offense will try to get some momentum going on 1st and 10. Out of the gun to give to the back. Nice move to pick up yardage. Good pickup there as he gets the first down. They'll mark him at the 48.
Well, obviously the offense went 3 and out on their last drive. They're having a little bit more success here. That was a nice run. I think that's the key, guys. If they're able to run the football, they're going to be able to stay on the field. And I think that's something you want to think more about if you're the play caller on offense.
Really putting together a threat now. They get the first. It's at the 37.
And when you get zone coverage and you're running curls and the wide receiver sprints off the ball, you know what happens? That DB starts to bail, and that wide receiver comes back, and it's easy pitch and catch for the offense.
Not the most productive half for this offense so far, but finally starting to get it in gear. 1st and 10. Safe completion on the screen.
Love the execution there of the screen. Running back shows pass protect, pass protect. Last second turns around, so was able to get the ball. The D-line had already run past him. Now he can turn upfield for a big gainer.
The Tar Heels with a 2nd and short to keep this drive moving. Wants to go up top. With the catch, it's Callow. They bring him down, but not before he's able to pick up the first down.
This guy's done a lot of good things early this year throwing the football. With that last completion, that now takes him over 1,000 yards passing for the year.
Shoots his way for more. Really good job by everybody there. Well blocked, good run, and a first down.
First down, physicality wins football games. Being able to run the football and create balance. And right here, just choose up another first down, gives you another chance to maybe continue to run the football.
And I feel like this guy, too, is just an explosive play waiting to happen. His vision, his quickness, and he's got a burst. If you give this guy just a crease, he's going to hit it. And right now, he's doing some damage on this defense.
This offense needs a little something to feel good about going to halftime. A chance to chip away here on touchdown Tar Heels. They punctuate the chance with a trip to the end zone.
And I tell you, that passing touchdown, man, that should spark this whole team. Like, the comeback is more than on now. Like, they got the touchdown. They cut into the lead. You want to get a stop, go into the half, get all the juices, all the excitement. You know, just the passing game's rolling. We got this. The comeback's in full effect.
No reason to risk trying to field that one as it skips through the end zone. It'll be a touchback. He'll put this one in play. First snap of the drive from the 25. To the air on first down. Fires to the right. And it falls incomplete, but that could have been disastrous. The defender was right there.
I don't know where it falls incomplete, but I love the idea of finding ways to get this running back the ball, right? You can hand it off to him. He's got really good hands. Already has a few catches in this game. I think you keep trying to leak him out of the backfield and let him take advantage of this defense throwing the ball.
Looking left. This time on target. He steps out right at the 40-yard line, and now they are in business moving toward midfield. The offense lines up at the 40. They've got a first down. Looking downfield on first down. Out of the backfield, he's open. And he broke one tackle on the way to a solid pickup there. The offense wastes no time getting the timeout call. And the Mustangs can really attack on this 2nd and short.
Yeah, and you see running backs in today's football, they play wide receiver basically for you, but you got to find a guy that you can throw it to, and you know he's going to catch the ball consistently.
They get him on the ground late in the half. They have the first down at the 41. The Mustangs are in the hurry up. Looking to throw on first down. Throws for the end zone. And they took a shot on that one, but couldn't make the connection. It's incomplete.
I think for the quarterback, he's going to have to be so good with his eyes in this game. You're going up against one of the best defenses defenses in the country. You got to look guys off, especially when you're trying to throw your primary target like he was on that last one.
Looking downfield very late in the half. Throws to the tight end. Finds a man on the left. They got the first down. Mark it at the 26 in the waning seconds of the half. And the Mustangs come to the line with a new set of downs. Wants to throw on first down. Pressure coming. Just gets rid of the football. Nobody to throw it to. It'll be second down.
Nice job by the quarterback there. You're outside the pocket. Nobody's open, so you throw the ball away knowing that you still have more chances to get this first down.
Running out of time here in the first half. They're going to have to be efficient to put some points on the board before the break. Misfired on the last play. They'll go back to the air. Pass is incomplete. The clock is down to 9.
All right, you got to be careful here if you're the quarterback, right? Back-to-back incompletions. You got a nice drive. You're still in field goal range, though. But think about this. You cannot take a sack. That has got to be what the play caller is reminding his quarterback about in the headsets right now. If it's not there, throw this thing away because we've got a chance to at least get 3 points here.
Quarterback making checks. Trying to move the sticks on third down through the air. And that was so close to a turnover in the end zone. The defense almost put the huge play. And on fourth down, they'll try to put 3 on the board. This one will be a 43-yard field goal attempt from the left hash. Now they're run out. And now the lead is even bigger.
And if you want a touchdown, if you want to be aggressive a little bit, right down the middle, that obviously gives me some confidence down the road that I can trust this guy.
Oh, look at Mr. Hands taking the squibber inside the 30. He'll be brought down, and that's the final play of the half. First half in the books. Time now to join Kevin Connors in our halftime update. The Mustangs will kick it off to start the second half. The ball squirts through the end zone. That'll be a touchback. They'll bring it out to the 25. Carolina offense returns to the field. Maybe adjustments or attitude adjustments. They've got to find a way to work. There he goes. Makes it past the marker. And they'll spot it at the 38, and that will be plenty for the first down.
You're down. Obviously, at the half, you had a conversation. We got to come out and put points on the board. And, Jesse, it looks like they're going to start with the ground game.
And I love this, David, too. Regardless of whether they're losing or they're winning, come out here and try to be the most physical unit here in the second half. Get this one game established.
Halfway there on first down and 2nd and 5. Back to pass. Grab near the marker. It's Callow. And he's brought down after a nice gain.
Well, it's a great job by the receiver fighting back across the DB there to get to the inside, locate the ball, and catch the slant.
Now on first down from the 40. Hand off from the gun. And the defense holds firm. No pickup at all on that play.
Now, how about that defense? In the backfield, nowhere to go right away. You could tell they were playing a run game all the way, and they got in the backfield and they got the tackle for a loss.
Got his man to the left. Knocked down at the 24-yard line, but it's a big gain. 15 yards on the play, and this offense is in business. It's now 1st and 10 from the 24-yard line. And he was drilled just as he released the pass. It's incomplete.
This is a top 25 defense, guys. One of the best units in the entire country. They're so good so they can adjust accordingly, and that's what they're doing right now. Their coverage is being dictated by the scoreboard. They're going to make it really, really hard on this quarterback here in the second half to throw any completions.
Here they come, facing 3rd and long from the 20. Fires left. And this is going to be incomplete on 3rd down.
On that 3rd down, he took a shot in the end zone, just couldn't connect. QB and receiver not on the same page. Now it's decision time if you're the head coach on 4th.
And he throws that thing just inside the left upright. They pull a little closer now, down 20-13.
And listen, y'all know in the booth and everywhere how I feel about kickers. Don't always love leaving it on their foot, so to speak, but nice job executing. He keeps doing stuff like that. I'll keep trying it out.
The SMU offense is headed back onto the field. Looking to throw on 1st down. Looking to the big tight end. Got him downfield. And he's to the 48-yard line. That'll be good enough for a 1st down.
It's important on offense to get the tight ends involved in the passing game. These are big fellas that can run. This guy's a big target, so nice job on that play.
That's the way to start a drive. Now they'll snap it just shy of midfield. Wants to go up top on 1st down. Gets it to him on the screen. He gets it past the 1st down marker, and a really nice job to set up that screen and move the sticks.
And there you go. You see, you don't have to throw bombs to get big plays in the passing game. Just screen it to your running back. As soon as he catches it, he gets upfield. And how about the downfield blocking by these linemen and the wide receivers as they rip off that explosive block.
And there was nowhere to go, just stopped in his tracks in the backfield. And the Mustangs trying to find their way forward after the big loss on the last play. They'll give it to the back. Shakes off the defender. Oh, he's got some space. And he does a really nice job finding open space and making a good gain before the stop is made.
How about that play by the speed back? We hear about speed backs. He's not the guy that runs in between the tackles. Let me tell you something. When you're trying to catch a guy like that, you're running full speed with everything you have. A lot of times you're just trying to get him to the ground, and you're not trying to put a good shot on him. And then all of a sudden they're breaking tackles. Great job on that.
Moving deeper into enemy territory. Move the chains. It's 1st down at the 27.
That's got to be so demoralizing for the defense. You haven't been able to stop this guy all game long. And here on 3rd down, they're handing it off to him anyway because they don't think you can stop it. This defense right now, you see a lot of people hanging their heads a little bit because they're not playing with tons of confidence.
Unloads to the right. And he dropped it, just didn't move the thing all the way in.
Ooh, there's an example, Jesse. Receiver making his quarterback look bad. Most of the time, they can look good and cover up for him. All those balls y'all will throw on the line, but him in a pretty good spot. He's going down there.
He is going nowhere. Stop at the line of scrimmage. Ball spotted at the 27. They're facing a 3rd and long to try to keep their hopes of a touchdown alive. From the gun, wants to pass. He took a hit as he couldn't deliver the football. It's incomplete and 4th down's coming. So now on comes the field goal unit. He'll swing that big leg for 3 from 44 yards out. Oh, the attempt is no good. And the margin remains at 7 after the miss. North Carolina has it back, and the Tar Heels so pleased to send the offense back out. Jesse, they had to kick a field goal the last time they had it.
Yeah, oftentimes early in games, you're just trying to find your rhythm. Some things work, some don't on that first drive, David. It'd be interesting to see what happens here on the second drive.
Yeah, you got a feel for the defense now. You understand what they're trying to do, what their game plan is. Now you get to go into phase 2 of your game plan.
This junior making his presence felt and making the stop after a short gain.
And the defense doing a great job committing to the run. When you commit to the run like this, obviously you can get give up some plays in the passing game, but you got to...
Oh, it's picked off. Oh, at the worst possible time. He'll try to take it back. Touchdown, LSU. What the man you get when the defense comes up with a play like that?
And stop it. How about back-to-back weeks with pick sixes? This guy is now making plays, not just for his defense, he's scoring points, and I promise you the locker room is a lot of fun. Mr. Pick Six, he's going to get a lot of congratulations and a lot of accolades this week.
That one bounced through the end zone, and it'll be a touchback. The drive starts from their own 25-yard line. They'll move the tight end. Give to the back. Brings into the open. They got him down at the 40 after he ripped off 15 yards. He's racked up 92 yards on the ground, and he has his eyes fixed on leading the nation in rushing. Starting this drive like that is exactly what they had hoped for. Now 1st and 10 from the 40. And he'll pick up one. It brings up 2nd and 9.
And that run really didn't go anywhere. A lot of times we don't focus on it enough. And how important those 5 guys are up front. To get on those defensive linemen, to try to move out of the way, to get a run game going. It's squarely...
And he throws another interception. His 3rd of the night. He goes down after the short return, but what a play to get the football back. Mustangs have the ball back and ready to go to work. A really nice job methodically driving down the field the last time they had it, but the missed field goal ruined the drive. Complete to start this drive. And maybe he'll get back to the line of scrimmage, but no more than that.
I'll tell you, I just don't like throwing wide receiver screens against press man coverage. Receivers are not great blockers. And he just couldn't get it done there. And as a result, the offense actually loses a couple of yards.
Gonna swing it on 2nd down. Fires to the tight end. Really putting together a threat now. They get the first hit at the 37. What a day it's been on the ground for these two guys, and they just seem to get stronger as the game goes along as we take a look at the numbers. One more period to go, and we'll see just how much fight they've got left in them. So 1st down, we'll open up the final period. Give to the running back. Couldn't really get started there. Pick up a 1 to the 35.
Well, with the defense trailing, they're trying to dictate to the offense now. Really nice blitz call that time, blowing the run play up for a huge loss. You're probably going to see that again. They're trying to find a way to create a takeaway, create negative plays, and get the ball back.
To the air on 2nd down. He's got the back in the middle. And the defense had that one well covered, just a short gain there.
Guys in the backfield now, it's not just run the ball downhill anymore. You got to be versatile. I got to be able to trust you in the pass game, and I got to be able to throw you the football. You can do that right there. I know you're going to catch it, and I can depend on it.
From the gun, he leads it with the back. They'll make the stop about a yard short of the 1st down.
Now, 4th down.
So the offense is going to go for it on 4th down. Needs it to keep this drive alive. And they not only knock him down behind the line, they also put him back under the century mark for the day. They spun that wheel of fortune on 4th down and come up bankrupt.
Well, you're up by 2 possessions in the 4th quarter. They're hoping with that conversion they ice the game. They don't get it. Feels like they're being winged, but we've seen crazy things happen in college football, and they've left the door open here late. Let's see what happens.
They believe in this running game, and he's out across the 40 to the 43 before going out of bounds. Now on first down from the 43-yard line. They'll pick up 4, 2nd and 6 coming. And the Tar Heels want to move quickly.
And after that run, getting right back up to the line of scrimmage to go hurry up, defense has to be ready.
Trying to beat the DT. And it's incomplete, going for the massive explosive play instead. They're looking at a 3rd down.
I understand the sense of urgency for the offense now because you're trailing here by a lot in the 4th quarter. You're just trying to take a shot to see if you can get on the board and get some of this momentum back. But the problem is the defense understands that, so they're playing coverage, and they're doing a good job on the back end. Nice job forcing the incompletion.
On 4th down, they'll throw for it. Can't find his man. It'll be incomplete, and that is a heartbreaker this late in the game.
And you had to. I mean, the offense had to be aggressive. You're down multiple scores. You needed to make something happen right now. You had to be aggressive. I think you had to go for it on that 4th down. Now, obviously, the game's looking like it might get out of hand.
To the air on first down. Unloads to the wideout. This will be picked off. Maybe just the turning point they needed. Knocked down at the 43-yard line, and the interception has him set up in plus territory.
Let's go. Talk about having one foot in the grave. This was almost over. They're up by 2 possessions in the 4th quarter, and they got the football. Thank goodness they're choosing to throw the football, not run the clock. Man, we needed that pick. Now it's the offense is starting to go out and make something happen.
And in this situation, late when you need 2 touchdowns to win the game, everything's going to have to be downfield. So I like the idea in this 2-minute drive, throwing it that way. Let's keep it going, keep our pedal to the metal.
Throws for the tight end. And it'll be incomplete. This is some physical pass defense.
Big tight end tries to make a catch, and you can tell he stands for the ball, but great job by the defender getting there, making the hit, dislodging the football out at the same time as he's going to catch it, and the big tight end couldn't hold on to it.
Here comes the heat. And man, oh man, he is in the dark tonight. His 4th interception. They'll stop him at the 37, and the defense comes up with a big pick.
It doesn't get any better for your defense. You know exactly the situation in the 4th quarter, everything in your favor. Don't let them make big plays. How about you make a big play? Nice job getting the interception. It's not icing on the cake yet. It's getting pretty close.
From the gun, give on the inside. And he never had a chance, just stopped cold as soon as he got it. Didn't get much done on that first play of the drive. It's 2nd and 11.
Well, they've got the lead. The defense just did their part, getting a takeaway. So now if you're on offense, you want to run the ball.
Just too much heat that time, and they knock him down at the 31.
And you're seeing the pass rush on the 2nd play of the drive. They dial it up. Look at the speed and athleticism this defense has as they corral the quarterback for a loss.
Now a lot of work to do to move the chains, keep this drive alive after that earlier sack. On 3rd and long, he's going to have to turn one loose downfield. Blasted as he lets it go. And here's the pick, and oh, did they need that right now. Touchdown, North Carolina! The defense putting points on the board.
How fast did this game just change? Offense in the lead with the football looking great. Defense makes the big play. We've got ourselves a ball game now.
We check in with Kevin Connors. What's going on, Kevin?
Guys, we've got a final score for a notable game today in the American. Tulane delivered the knockout blow early in this one, en route to the type of win that can turn some heads there in the American. Trust me when I say the party is on in New Orleans. Never a dull moment when it comes to the American. Back to you guys.
Kevin, thanks a lot for that one. Sounds as if they had a good one there. They stop him almost immediately. Short gain there, and still a little ground cover to pick up the first. The Mustangs can play this 2nd down a lot of ways with just a few yards to go. They'll run the ball. The clock is on their side. And he's down at the 41. That's a first down.
And that hurts on defense, giving up the first on the ground like that. We're in a one-possession game. You got all 3 timeouts. I think you got to start burning them here to save some clock.
They're going to go right back to him on first down. Not a whole lot of room there. 3 yards maybe. 2nd and 7.
At this point in the game, the offense has the lead. The offensive coordinator knows they want to keep running the football. So he's going back, he's looking at his playlist, he's saying, which runs work the best for me in this game? What can I lean on right here to make sure we win this one?
Looking for room. It's Green. He has the first and still on his feet. That is just the kind of run you want when you're trying to close out a game.
Yeah, it's make or break time for this defense. Now, they got to get a stop. And if that's bringing more bodies in, bringing more beef in, they're running the football right up the gut, right at you. They're not going to throw the football in this situation. Time to be more physical and get this big stop.
And the Mustangs come to the line with a fresh set of downs.
Let's go.
Motion from the wide receiver. Touch pass on the right. And some room to work. Turning it on. He's all the way down to the 37-yard line, and they are threatening.
I love that play call, and I love the timing of the pre-snap motion. Because the quarterback was able to get it to the receiver right behind the offensive line, because of the timing, he was able to outflank the defense. That puts him out in space where he's able to use his speed. Nice job with the pre-snap motion and timing.
From the gun, they'll try to impose their running game. Brought down after keeping those powerful legs moving, getting all he could. He'll be a few inches short.
That's got to be demoralizing if you're the defense. You're trailing, you need to get the ball back. You got to get off the field, but you can't stop the run. When they're going between the tackles, this defense is going to have to get a lot more physical, especially in the middle.
Quarterback sneaks it ahead.
Nice play call, QB sneak, get another first down. This offense, they've been on the field for some time now. They're helping their defense out, giving them some wins so that when they get back on the field, they'll be ready to play with their hair on fire.
The Mustangs inside the final minute trying to hang on to this lead and the ball. On the run, it's Green. He stopped at the 14-yard line, and they'll stay on the attack from there.
Listen, the offensive coordinator's best friend in the red zone is the running game. Make guys commit near the line of scrimmage so I can throw line. This defense is good, but I'm going to challenge them. I'm going to try to be the more physical team. I love the play call. I think you keep running the football and stay